Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
We're gonna review Once Upon a Time finally for season 5.
Yeah, it's back tonight after its almost 3-month-long hiatus.
Yes.
Actually, no, it was 3 months.
That was a really good episode.
It was. You missed a freaking Emma and Neil scene. How dare you?
I was driving over.
You were driving over?
My mom let me borrow the car.
Nice. Anyway, yes, the episode opened with a lovely Neil and Emma scene. I was so happy to see Neil on my screen again. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna watch that later.
And it was so nice to see Michael Raymond James' name in the credits.
That's a long name.
I know it was just a dream, but I don't care. We still got a scene with them, and that's what I've wanted for like ever now.
Okay, I know that I wasn't there for it, but I have been told that he asked how Henry was doing.
He did.
Okay, she reads it a different way. Tell them how you see it.
Well, he said he went to a happy place where he's content, and he's not in the underworld because he doesn't have any unfinished business, and
That's not the underworld. That's purgatory. The underworld is technically.
Well, he said he's not in limbo.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have any unfinished business. That's what he said.
Okay.
Because he said that's the place for people with unfinished business, and I'm in a different place than that. Mm-hmm. And so she thinks because he's in a good place, he should be able to watch over his son. So why is he asking Emma how their son is doing?
That's what I think. Because Regina's daddy knew. Like how would he know?
He had never met Henry though.
No. So that's the question. How did he know she had a son?
Because she told him?
No, she didn't. How did he know that she had turned good? She could have just been in a disguise. How did he know her life had turned around? Because he's seen her wear nice clothes like that and look normal to get one up on Snow or whoever she's trying to pull one over on. So how did he know for a fact that she had turned over a new leaf? That she was now good?
Maybe he was in a different place than Neil was in. Because
he was in limbo. Therefore, so my issue is, if Neil's in the better place, then why doesn't he know how his son's doing if the guy in limbo knows how his daughter's doing? You see my point?
Yeah.
That's my issue. I mean, if they say that Neil knew and he was just asking because he wanted to be a nice dad, then okay. Which was her point.
Well, that's probably why he was asking. He probably just the thing that people were saying, because the Swanfire fans or whatever were saying, that the fact that his first priority was his son and was Emma was better than any Captain Swan thing we've ever gotten. Because the fact that he cared about that stuff over like himself.
Well, he's already dead. He can't do anything.
But still. Swanfire scenes were always a lot more emotional and beautiful than Captain Swan scenes. Whenever they do something emotional or like that, it always feels fake and forced. And with Emma and Neil, it didn't feel like that. You can say what you want about Neil. You can say that he wasn't good looking. You can say all these things you want to say. Whatever.
Wasn't good looking. He was good
I don't even freaking care what you guys say anymore.
I mean, Hook's better looking, but still, Neil was good looking.
But there's no denying the fact that Neil was her true love.
Yes, he was.
He was her first love, and he was her true love.
As she had stated, if I knew I could go and get you, I would have.
She said, if I had known that I could have come back for you, I would have, but I didn't know that I could do this. So what does that freaking tell you?
Exactly! Booyah!
Anti-Swanfire fans in your freaking face.
Oh, she loves Neil more than Hook. She loved Neil more than Hook. Booyah.
And he said, I love you, Emma. I always have and I always will.
Yes.
And in season 3, when he was stuck in the cage and they found Neil, she's like, I love you. I probably always will.
And
you know?
she always will. She always does. She always will.
And like somebody was saying on Tumblr, like no matter what you want to say about them, he's always going to be a part of their lives. He's always going to be mentioned in some way. He's always going to be there in spirit in some way because he is Henry's father, and there's no getting around that.
And the first true love, only true love of Emma's life.
Yeah. I mean, you can say that Cook was her freaking love, whatever, but he wasn't her one true love.
Mm-hmm.
She loves Hook, yeah.
Yeah. I would love Hook.
He's not her one true love. He's not the person that if she was freaking dying and he kissed her, it would make her come back to life.
Yeah, he would.
He can't give her true love's kiss.
Exactly.
Neil can.
Mm-hmm. So if she ever gets put under that curse, they gotta go get Neil back.
They gotta get the spell from freaking Rumple to communicate with the dead, and they have to go talk to Neil to bring him back so he can kiss Emma.
Yeah. And not die directly afterwards.
And then Rumple will be like, my son!
Give me another chance! Oh wait, I told my father no.
And somebody was like, how can he not have any unfinished business? It's like, he died a hero. He doesn't have any unfinished business.
And he knew his son would be taken care of.
Yeah, and he knew that, like, seriously, he doesn't have any unfinished business. What the hell?
And you know what? He forgave his father.
Yeah.
So his fatherly unfinished business was taken care of.
As much as, like, his father did terrible, terrible things, he forgave him because he's his dad.
And they both saved each other's lives.
Yeah. So he doesn't have any regrets. He doesn't have any unfinished business that he needs to worry about.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they have Neil in a better place. I really am. Because they could have totally done something different with that.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So I'm glad
his unfinished business could have been the fact that he wasn't the father he wanted to be to Henry, because he would have wanted to be a better father than Rumple was, but he knew that his son would be taken care of to the best of the abilities by Regina and by Emma.
Yeah. I mean, they could have made him out to be, like, you know, so bad and, like, in this bad place and everything, but they didn't. They made him, you know, be the character that he always was, even when he was in this scene. And I think that that's really nice because of all, like, the crap that the character has gotten from, like, fans and stuff. I'm glad that they didn't listen and they just did what they did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm glad Regina got some closure, too.
Yeah, I am as well, because, like, her father, you know, that scene with her father, or the two scenes with her father were really nice.
Yeah, like, I mean, we saw what she put her father through since season 1.
Yeah.
And the fact that she killed him, you know, to enact the curse, to get her revenge, like, he was okay with that because it made her happy. Like, it was like, well, if it makes you happy, then you do what you need to do. But I'm still holding out hope for your future.
Yeah.
And his hope paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's the, like...
He even said, he's like, if I die, this is all worth it because I want you to be, you know, the good person that I know you can be.
Yeah. And, like, he was right because, like, he said, if I have to do this, if I have to go, that's okay. If your mother's going to do what she's going to do, that's okay. Because you'll be giving hope to all of those around you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Hope, she's going to be bawling her eyes out. Like, what the crap are you talking about? And then he ends up going to the better place. Like, why can't they just give a name to it? I mean, it doesn't have to be heaven. Just don't call it the better place.
Yeah. Well, Neil didn't necessarily say better. He just said that he's in a place where he's happy.
Yeah, which means a better place.
Yeah.
But they keep saying a better place, a better place. Why don't they just give it a name?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be heaven or, like, whatever. They could give it a name from some fairy tale or whatever. Like,
it could be Nirvana. Whatever.
Well, that defeats the purpose of not calling it heaven.
Okay.
Like, I'm saying don't, like, if you don't want to name it heaven because of religious
then
things,
don't name it that either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, give it a name from a fairy tale or some other story from somewhere. Like, I don't know, name it after a character.
Yeah.
Like, it could be, I don't know. I was going to say Gaia, but then that's also, like, earth worship, so whatever. Like, screw the whole idea.
It can be a place, just a nice, beautiful place, like with a meadow or with something that makes you happy. Like your happy place.
Yeah.
And you're there forever.
I would love for them to explore that. Kind of like they did in Supernatural. When you go up there and it's like, when you go up to their version of heaven and everyone gets their own little version, it's like their happiest place.
Mm-hmm.
And
or their happiest moment or memory or something.
And they get to live that forever. Yeah. Like, that would be great for, I mean,
maybe
can't
for
exactly
Neil,
rip that off.
Maybe for Neil, that memory is Emma and Henry.
The night they made Henry.
Yeah, or it could just be like a memory of like them being a family. Or something.
For the limited time they had, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that he lives every day in that place.
Yeah.
So.
But, the fact that, like, when Henry crossed over the Great Divide, he made the clock ding, and like that one act which was caused by Regina's act to defy her mother it's gonna start sparking hope. Like the look on Emma's face and on everyone's face when they realized that they could save the people there, that they could send them to where they need to go, like that's the hope that Henry was talking about.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for Regina to realize her true potential in Limbo. I mean, I can't wait for them to get out of Limbo either. The red version of Storybook's totally throwing me off. Storybook is totally throwing me off. But, yeah.
I think it's actually kind of cool looking.
The red?
Yeah.
What I want to know is, like, down in Hades' lair, those different colors, the streams, you had the gold, the green, the blue, the red.
Yeah.
What were those?
Maybe they were, like, different paths or something.
Like, as soon as I asked that question just now, like, I did think that maybe kind of like, maybe they'd pull a Xena type thing, where there's different levels of...
Yeah, it's probably different levels of the Underworld.
Well, not just the Underworld, but, like, the better place.
Yeah, well, because there was a green one, a blue one, a red one, and...
Yellowish gold.
And yellow, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, blue would be calm, although his hair did catch on fire.
I was so waiting for that to happen, and it did. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
The moment I saw him, I just kept picturing, like, because he's an actor that I know from some CSI or
oh yeah, he did look familiar.
Yeah, I think he was from CSI, like one of those. So like I just kept picturing like him, like finding some clue that would help solve a murder, not being Hades himself. So it's like weird for me, but
well, I just when she went down there, I was like, I bet that's Hades. And then, like, the whole time I was thinking that. And I'm like, I really want his head to be on fire, like, in the movie. And then it became on fire. And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah. But, like, maybe the gold could be, like, the higher echelon of good places, of the better place.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe the green could be, like, a field of meadows and grasses and trees, kind of like Eden or something. And then the red would obviously be hell itself.
Yeah.
But
or it'd be like the highest level or something.
Red?
Yeah, because it's the most evil.
Well, yeah, but like...
His name is Greg German.
Mm.
He was on Ally McBeal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on 6 episodes of Once Upon a Time so far as Hades.
Nice.
He was
on How to Host a Murder? Or How to Host a Murder. How to Get Away with Murder.
1 episode.
Law and Order, SVU, that's where
3 episodes.
That's where I knew him from.
And NCIS.
I don't remember him
and
from
3
NCIS.
episodes of NCIS.
I don't remember him from NCIS. I watch too much shows.
That's getting like 2 more seasons, NCIS.
Well, good.
It's gonna have like 14 seasons.
So? It's that good.
Yeah, well, Jack was good too.
I just wish Ziva didn't leave.
Jack was good too, but that
See?
only got
CSI.
2 seasons.
Right there.
1 episode.
Really?
Yeah. As George.
Well, then I must have seen that one episode a lot.
It was probably the SVU episode.
There was an SVU episode?
He was in 3 episodes of SVU! We just saw that on
Yeah, but I thought you said like a crossover between that and CSI. I'm like, I don't think that ever
because like
happened.
right here, it shows 3 episodes of Law and Order SVU, and then down here it shows 3 episodes of NCIS.
Yeah.
Those shows don't cross over
I know,
with each other.
But I said, like, I must have watched that one episode of CSI a lot.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, well, it is SVU. And I'm like, I don't remember a crossover. Like, the way you put it.
I only said SVU because that's where I was, like...
Well, I know, but, like, the way you put it, when I said I must have seen that one episode of CSI a lot, you made it sound like you were saying crossover. I'm like, that never happened.
I'm sorry.
So, anyways, we've wasted a lot of time looking at what he's done.
I'll edit it.
You don't need to edit anything. We're awesome, and they just want to hear us talk.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, he was a regular on the TV show Ally McBeal. So for those of you that watched that show with Callista Flockhart, who's now on Supergirl as Kat, she was Ally McBeal, and he played Richard Fish on that show.
Must be for 100. I don't remember watching
for 112 episodes. So he was a regular on there.
So, Hook really looked messed up. Where do you think he is?
I don't know.
Like, how do you think he got so messed up though? Like, that's screwed up.
Well,
because he didn't look like that when he died.
I don't know. I mean,
looks like he got into a brawl and got the crap beat out of him.
He probably did. I mean, he's in the Underworld.
He's not in the Underworld. He's in limbo.
Which leads to the Underworld.
And apparently also their version of heaven.
Well, Neil wasn't in limbo at all. He just went to a good place.
Yes, but Henry was in limbo, and Henry also went to the good place.
Yeah, I know. But they got him out, that's why.
Yes. But they can get other people out and put them back.
But Hook died as a Dark One, which means that if they don't get him out, he will go to the Underworld.
Not necessarily. He didn't do much evil things as the Dark One.
Emma did more evil than he did.
Exactly. Like, I mean, really, think about it. What evil did Hook do as the Dark One?
I don't know.
Like, all we've seen him do is go after Emma. And he hasn't hurt anyone while doing that.
I don't know how he got beat up. If you guys have ideas of what happened to him in limbo, let us know.
And...
because I don't even really care what happens to Hook anymore. I just don't even really like him anymore.
Yeah.
So...
he's just a hot face to look at.
At this point, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that she's gonna get him out of there, and we're gonna see more Hook, of course. He's a freaking main character. Yeah, he's gonna be on the show again.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna change.
Yeah.
Captain Swan's status might change.
Well, yeah, like, how he was putting down Emma and saying, like, all that, like, crap about not loving.
But then the fans will be like, well, he said that stuff when he was the Dark One. It doesn't mean that he meant it.
No, that actually means he meant it.
Yeah, but people will come up with all kinds of things to justify their opinion about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, I want them to be over, but because they're so well liked by so many people, it probably won't happen.
Have you ever known a dark one to actually come out and legitimately, like, lie to you, to your face, like, the characters' faces, like, about about how they feel? No, they might trick you, or, like...
Rumple's lied, though.
No, he has, but never about his feelings.
Yeah.
He's beat around the bush, he's convinced you to talk about something else, he's changed the subject, but he's never lied about how he felt.
Yeah, because being the dark one makes you more vulnerable.
Yeah, Emma never lied about how she felt.
It makes it hard for you to not be honest.
Yeah, and apparently the only thing you're honest about is your feelings.
Yeah, which is probably a good thing.
Because we got to know how Hook really feels.
Yeah. He feels like we feel.
He hates Captain Swan just as much as we do.
I mean, my friend, hi Andrea, was even saying that, like, when they are in a scene together, it seems like they're bored, or at least he's bored with it, and he doesn't like doing it.
Just because she doesn't give him anything to work with.
The only time she gave him stuff to work with was when she was the dark one.
And when she had her memories in the story, when the villains got their happy endings, like when he was that coward, like their chemistry worked then. Like, he just needs to be a coward again, and she needs to get her balls back. Or, okay, get her boobs back. I don't know. Like,
You mean her vajayjay back?
Sure. Let's just say she lost that. What'd she get? Balls instead?
Well, you can't say balls if you're a woman, can you?
That's why I said boobs. Apparently she lost those. There's not much of them there, so...
I mean, there have been women in the past who were like, you need to grow some balls, or it takes a lot of balls to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Grow some hair on that chest. No, please don't.
Okay.
I'm tired. Okay. So.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what the future of Captain Swan is going to be.
Zilch. Nada. Zero.
We know that she's not going to stop at anything to rescue him.
Nine.
Because, like, she told Neil, she's like, I can't stop. He's like, yeah, I figured as much, but I thought that I would still try.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know.
Well, now that she knows she can do this, maybe she should go visit Neil.
Well, Neil knows her better than anyone. Seriously, he knew that she wouldn't give up and that she was still going to do that, but he still had to try because he cares about her enough to make sure that she's safe.
She needs to go visit Neil.
He cares about her and he loves her, and he wants to make sure that nothing bad's going to happen.
Henry should go see his daddy in the better place. I want that.
Well, maybe we'll see more, but I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about the promo. Hercules is in limbo. Like, I'm hella frickin' confused about that. Like,
well,
what? Because we know they're in limbo for the next episode, too. And, like, Snow was talking about, like, getting out of here. And Hercules is in limbo.
This is from tonight's episode, but one thing I wanted to mention that you also missed was when they got into Storybrooke, and Regina's like, I have a feeling we're not in Maine anymore because it was all red, like Storybrooke was red because they were in limbo or whatever. They saw Cruella's car drive by. It's like, Cruella!
I liked how Maleficent was running Granny's diner.
Yeah.
She's like, we have gingerbread or little babies?
The blind witch.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue with the promo.
But, like, Hercules, one, isn't all that good looking. I mean, okay, he's good looking. But, like, he looks like a little twerp. He's scrawny.
I don't think they've cast anybody on this show that isn't good looking except for maybe Jennifer Morrison.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. I know everybody's going to hate me for saying that.
Don't.
Because so many people think she's beautiful.
Don't be sorry.
But I don't.
Don't be sorry.
I think Lana Parrilla is beautiful.
Oh, hell yes.
But I don't think Jennifer Morrison is pretty.
Hell no.
Jennifer Goodwin is prettier than Jennifer Morrison.
Yes. Yes. I don't see how they could think that we would believe that Jennifer Morrison came from Jennifer Goodwin and, whatever the hell his name is.
Josh Dallas.
Yeah, I could really care less. I still don't like him.
I like the actor.
Yeah. But his character lost his balls back in season 2. Like, no.
Well, no. When he freaking kissed Snow, though, oh my god.
Okay.
That was his twin, but still, that was
Yes.
freaking hot.
Well, his twin has balls. His twin never lost his balls.
He was all
He
wearing
lost his
leather and
balls.
being all sexy, like, hey.
Now that's a version of Hook I can get behind.
Hook always wears leather, though.
Yeah, but this guy pulls it off. I mean, I'm not saying that Hook can't pull that off, but, like, I'm tired of seeing him. He needs to wear some normal clothes every once in a while.
Anyway, I knew when he kissed her, I'm like, that's not David. That's his freaking
I knew the
twin.
moment she's like, you changed. I'm like, yeah, if he's not wearing the same clothes he went into limbo in, like, then that's not him.
Yeah.
Like, when did you have time to change since seeing David? Like, really?
But anyway, like, I always thought, like, when I first saw Jennifer Goodwin in something, it was the movie He's Just Not That Into You.
Mm.
And I thought she was really cute in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always liked her. But yeah, I know people are like, but Jennifer Morrison is so pretty.
Bite me.
She's okay. I don't see the appeal,
No,
but other people do.
I guess.
Neil did. Hook did.
Unfortunately. But, okay, so...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Hercules.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's so young.
Shouldn't he be a little bit more muscular? I mean, it's Hercules. He's a freaking Greek god.
He's half god. He's a demigod.
He's still got a god, though.
No, there's a difference.
You and your freaking Hercules and Xena stuff. When I think of Hercules, I think of a strong, muscular dude. That's what I think.
I also think a little older would have sufficed. The dude looks like he just hit puberty.
And what's with his hair?
I don't know, some fetish for Superman?
Fetish for Superman? Seriously?
His hair. He looked like the comb over for Clark Kent.
Yeah, in like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
After
but
that, no. Jeez.
Maybe he's a fan of seasons 1 and 2.
I mean, by the time you get to like, what, season 7 of Smallville, he's like built, man.
Yeah, but you could always pretend you're built while you do the hairstyle.
By the way, I'm on season 9.
Good girl.
The last episode I saw was with the Clois kiss
Ah!
at the Daily Planet. Yeah. 2 more episodes and I'm on Crossfire
Yay.
with the dreams of sexy times.
Mm-hmm. Those are good dreams.
They are.
So, I want to know how much longer till we get Meg since we're getting Hercules next week. That's so weird to say, because Once Upon a Time is back.
No chance, no way, I won't say it, no, no.
It's too cliche.
I won't say I'm in love. You know you thought of that song when we said Hercules and Meg. Come on.
Yeah, who wouldn't? It's like their song.
It is. Well, it's her song about him.
Point.
It's her inner monologue of what she's thinking.
I loved, like, my favorite part of that whole, like, scene are the ladies from the vases.
Yeah.
The Fates, I think? No, those aren't the Fates, are they? No. No, they're not the Fates. Fates are old hags with a loom and scissors.
Anyway, do you like what Cora did?
Do I like what Cora did? No.
I like that he made her a peasant again.
Yeah, he made her a miller's daughter again.
Yep.
She's gonna
serves her freaking right.
Yeah. But who uses, like, that kind of flour in Limbo? She's gonna be pushing around a wheelbarrow of flour forever with nowhere to dump it off and no new ones to pick up. She's gonna be pushing that wheelbarrow for the rest of her existence. Which will be forever.
Yep.
Unless they free her too.
I don't know.
Which technically they could do, and she could go to the good place. Do you want to know how?
She doesn't deserve to go to the good place.
Do you want to know how she could go to the good place?
Yeah, but she doesn't deserve to.
She never had her heart. When she had her heart, she was only ever doing good things.
Yeah.
She fell in love, had a baby, that's not her fault. Well, I mean, the part where she had the baby and that was her fault. I mean, she had to, like, accept what was happening to her. Like, this is happening, and I'm in love with this guy, we're gonna go, her. And they went and her, so she had Zelena.
You can say it.
I know I could, but it's funnier with the her. They went and her, and the her. Okay. Well,
that makes it sound more like it's happening to you when you do that. Because
no.
You're like,
Dude, if that's the kind of sounds you think that people make when they're her and it's like no. Okay.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I knew that.
That subject just totally went off topic.
I don't think people make those sounds, okay?
Okay.
Let me just make that clear. I don't think that. She had to say something to make me look bad. So I'm just going to say that that's not... I know that, okay?
But, I mean, like, the worst thing she did when she had her heart, besides trying to kill Henry, was, well, Henry was already dead. No. When she had her heart, was leaving Zelena in the forest.
Yeah.
That's the only evil thing she did.
But that's, like, one of the worst things she could do, because she freaking abandoned her child.
There were lots of woodland people walking around.
So?
She knew that she would get picked up by a family. That's why didn't she leave the baby with, like, a note or something?
I don't know. It's still selfish.
Yeah. But she was also young. And stupid and naive.
That doesn't mean that she should still leave her baby somewhere.
I know. But, I mean, if you look at it, that and the killing an already dead Henry are her two things. Like, there's a case to be made that she could go to the better place.
Yeah, there is.
Especially if she makes up for it by fighting off Lucifer Hades. While fighting off Hades so that her daughter could get away.
What, are you in supernatural mode now?
No, but I mean, it's one and the same.
I just want to say, though, seeing Cass as Lucifer is pretty hot.
I haven't caught up. I need to catch up.
I really like him as
Lucifer. I have like 2 or 3 episodes to watch.
I really like him as Lucifer.
So, yeah, tell us your thoughts on what the Hercules.
Do you guys like the guy that's Hercules? Do you think that he should be older? Do you think he should be more built? Do you think the reason that they cast somebody young is because they're going to build up to that eventually, like they do with a lot of their characters?
He's way too scrawny to build up to that.
Yeah, and the truth is, too, when they bring on other, like, fairy tale type characters, they only have them on for a few episodes, and they don't really focus on them a lot.
Yeah, and they do actually kind of tend to resemble who they're supposed to be. This guy doesn't even have the right hair.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. Just tell us what you guys think.
Yeah. What do you think those different lakes' colors mean down in
Do you think they're,
Hades'
like,
lair?
different paths, like, that you're sent down? Do you think that they're, like, different levels of, like, the underworld or whatever? Like, yeah.
Or do you think that Hades' hair can turn all 4 different colors?
That would be freaking awesome.
Depending on his mood.
That would be freaking awesome.
If he's feeling calm and nice, it's green.
Because in the animated movie, it doesn't do that. But on here, they could totally do that.
They could have totally did that in the animated movie too, but
Yeah,
it wouldn't have went with his skin tone.
Didn't they have him, like, have red fire at one point, though?
Yeah, when he got really angry, his hair turned red.
So, they did that.
It's the only way you knew he was angry, because he was already skin toned blue.
I mean, in the animated film, like, the reason it was blue was because it was mostly just, like, the flame was dull.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of, like, the bluish part of the flame.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was angry, it was a full-on fire.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, that would be cool if it turned the different colors.
It would be. So, tell us what you think the different colors
I'm sure you guys have a lot more of an imagination about those types of things than I do. She has more imagination than me, but,
well,
like, I mean, you write stories.
I
You
do
have more
write
of an
stories.
imagination than I do.
everyone has an imagination. It's just how you cultivate it. Whether you cultivate it or not is...
I'm not as creative.
Everyone's creative.
I'm not as creative. I didn't say I wasn't creative at all. I just said I'm not as creative as other people.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I can't draw or can't write. I can.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to work at it more than people
Yeah,
that don't.
but you make videos on YouTube. I mean,
haven't
besides
done that
these.
for a while.
Just because you haven't in a while doesn't mean that you don't. And that's
know.
really creative, the way you cut things together. Everyone just has their own version of creativity.
Yeah.
You just
I
have to
also
find
make
it,
graphics,
explore it, and
too.
become really good at it.
True.
You just have to cultivate your creativity.
But I
I'm
mean, when
using
it
big
comes to,
words
like,
today.
imagination with this types of stuff, sometimes I'm like, maybe, you know, other people
Mhm.
would say it better than I would. I don't know.
So, those are our thoughts. Those are our... we don't really have any predictions. We haven't given predictions. Do you think they will save Korra?
Probably.
It's weird saying Korra not thinking about the Avatar. Okay.
They're probably going to save Korra, and they're going to save Hook, and it's, yeah. I wonder how long the limbo thing is going to last, though. If it's going to be, like...
Well, they have to save the whole entire town.
Yeah, so it's probably going to cover most of the rest of the season.
So is Meg dead too then?
I don't know. I just know one of the episodes that's coming up in April is called Ruby Slippers.
Again.
Maybe it has to do with Ruby.
And Mulan?
Not Dorothy.
But aren't we
I almost said
promised
Judy
Selena
Garland.
back?
Yeah, I almost said Judy Garland.
Nice.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what that episode's about.
Okay.
I mean, the upcoming episodes, like... Hang on, let me see. Let me look and see what they're called. Da 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 da. Once upon a time. Okay. So next week's is called Labor of Love. And then Devil's Due.
So the devil gets his due.
And then the Brothers Jones. Killian.
Wait, his brother's in limbo. Of course he is. He died because the flower poison thingy.
Our DK. Her handsome hero.
Wait, our decay? Like, how is that spelled? Like, hour like time? Or no.
Oh, you are.
Okay.
Hour decay.
So maybe if you stay in limbo too long and you're actually alive, your body starts to decay?
And then the one
That'd be
after
cool.
that is her handsome hero.
Oh, that best not be a...
And then Ruby Slippers. And then Sisters. And
Oh,
then,
Lord.
And then Firebird. Because Henry came up with Operation Firebird, which is cool.
So that's them saving the...
And that's May 1st that episode airs. So that's close to it's episode 20, Firebird. And then 21 is Last Rites.
Who gets their last right?
I don't know. There's probably one more episode after that because there's usually 22, so they just don't have it listed yet. But yeah. They have up to 21 on here.
Okay, so prediction, who gets their last right?
I don't know. Cora?
I think they kill Hades. He gets his last right.
You can't kill Hades.
Sure you can. Watch Zelena.
I'm just kidding. I know you can kill Hades. I mean, Dean freaking killed Death. It's an oxymoron. He killed Death.
Xena killed Hades and got the Archangel Lucifer to take his place.
Well, maybe we'll see Lucifer on Once Upon a Time.
So, you see, there's lots of examples of killing Hades.
Although there's
and
so
making
much
someone else
Lucifer
take
stuff
over.
on TV right now. There's Cass as Lucifer in Supernatural. There's a TV show called Lucifer. And so, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's probably all, right? Okay. So leave your predictions and all that fun stuff down in the comments below.
I hope we talked about all you wanted us to talk about.
Yeah, if we didn't, write it down below and we will talk to you in the comment section and all that pretty stuff that we did last season A.
I think I was just so focused on the Emma Neal thing that everything else to me is like not even that important. So.
Allergies. So, yeah, we'll talk to you in the comments, just like season A and all the season and like all the season parts we did before. And that was a great start to season B.
Souls of the Departed.
Dun, dun, dun. So, I guess until next time, magic always comes with a price.